So what about the possibility of Jeff Merkley running for president?
Well, it's fascinating. It's the earliest that we've ever seen all these people. There's at least 20 on the Democratic side and at least 7 or 8 on the Republican side already are maneuvering for 2020. They're going to Iowa, they're going to New Hampshire, they're raising money, they're doing all that. And one of them is our own Jeff Merkley. Merkley has a chance, if it's not a race about identity politics in the primary for the Democrats, but if it's a race about Bernie Sanders ideas. Merkley's a big policy wonk on all that economy stuff, but as a white guy from, basically Portland and Roseburg, he doesn't really bring the minorities, the female identity, that kind of stuff to the picnic. So he's definitely has a chance, but a long chance at this point.
And he certainly sees himself as the heir to Senator Ted Kennedy's ideas in the Senate and being the most liberal or one of the most liberal Democrats.
One of the most liberal Democrats, and I'd like everybody to remember exactly how many times Ted Kennedy was the nominee for president. 0. But yeah, he does. It's interesting because Merkley became the Speaker of the Oregon House. There were probably 3 or 4 people who wanted to be that speaker when it happened. And they were all kind of miffed that Merkley got it. And then Merkley started doing it. It turned out he was pretty good at it. And they all came around and said, wow, I think he's done well. When he got to Washington, D.C. in 2009, people within 6 months were saying, he might be the majority leader or the Democratic leader someday. Because he's got a sense of how to make that happen. He has staked out the left side of the party in Washington, D.C. He's been pretty successful with it. But he's now moving into big stuff. This is no longer, let's play around with the filibuster rule, which is what he did the first several years. This is now, where's the future of this country and where are we going? And he's going to corn feeds in Iowa in order to kind of test out those ideas and see what's happening. So it's fascinating. Last time we had somebody who was kind of playing this national level stuff, Mark Hatfield, who in '68 and then again in after Nixon resigned, people were publicly talking, will he be the vice president? Before that, it's Wayne Morse, he ran for president once, kind of half-heartedly, but he was such a powerful senator when he switched from Republican to Democrat and things like that. He was a major player in Washington, and Merkley's beginning to try to play that game. Unlike Ron Wyden, who has his niche and is really well respected in that niche. But Ron Wyden is not going to be a national, name in anything. But Merkley's playing a very interesting game, and we'll see what happens with it.